Welcome to World O'Clock with me, Dr. Clement Asemnyra. A fashion brand name needs to be engaging, memorable, and able to connect with the target audience in order to drive a positive change or bring better results to the brand. The world is a global village. The fact that you are popular with your brand name doesn't mean it's legacy worthy. After this class, you will make some self-judgment to ascertain whether your brand name is global worthy or you are simply a local champion. If you're watching me for the very first time, do subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell icon. Get notified anytime I upload the content right on this channel. We are proudly sponsored by Dreams College of Creative Arts and SEWGASM, available in Ghana and Nigeria. If this topic is of your interest, you sure should keep watching. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Dreams College of Creative Arts. We believe in molding our students with a finer value system which would help them to become true creatives and design artists with a holistic approach. The courses offered at DCCA are Fashion Design Technology, Women's Wear Design Technology, Sewing and Garment Design School, Fashion Illustration and Idea Development, Men's Wear Design Technology, Path and Cutting Technology, Makeup and Beauty Technology, Surface Ornamentation Technology, Fashion Business, Leadership, and Entrepreneurship. If you're looking for challenging creative educational experiences in art and design, DCCA is the place for you. We pride ourselves on our uniqueness and set distinction as our standard.
Enroll now. Visit us at www.dcca.edu.gh or info@admissions@dcca.gh.
Welcome back from the break. If you are looking for a holistic training in fashion and design, the place for you is Dreams College of Creative Arts. Admissions are presently ongoing for our beginner, intermediate, and advanced level. If you're watching me from Cameroon, Nigeria, Tanzania, South Africa, Kenya, and your dream is to enroll in Dreams College, please reach out to us. Send us an email or WhatsApp us. We will assist you in the admission process, including all your immigration arrangements. This is the place for you. Also, we are sponsored by SEWGASM, now available in Nigeria. We ship to you wherever you find yourself in Nigeria. All you have to do is to explore our pages on Instagram, both SEWGASM_Ghana and SEWGASM_Nigeria. Details is in the description box below. Coming up with a fashion brand name is something that requires time and deep thoughts. You can't do this just over the night, or you wake up one day and feel, I want to use this name. For the past 5 years, I've been working with a lot of fashion designers and helping them reposition and rebrand their names at my firm, Clement Asemnyra. I have seen and heard terrible names created out of nicknamings, names created out of fun or based on being popular over a period of time. No. We need to take the name through a process. There should be a story behind your brand name. People will buy into the story. That is more better than having a name that is supposedly representing your nickname. I have created 3 methods or process you can go through in order to create an iconic brand name, a name that will be memorable, a name that will give people a reason to buy into your brand. So let's look at how to create your fashion brand name. Method number 1. Method 1, ties that binds. Simply means you are creating a brand name based on the connection you have with people. Maybe your parents, your siblings, a friend, an auntie, an uncle. You may have some influence from certain people who have assisted you or helped you in your journey of achieving certain dreams. Let's look at this example. There is a brand called Christy Brown, a contemporary Ghanaian brand. The story behind the brand, the creative director is Aisha. She tells a story that she lived with her grandmom, and her grandmom had a beautiful space where she makes clothes for women around. The grandma never had a brand. Watching her grandma styled or make clothes for women was so beautiful, which inspired her to start working with her hands by creating little clothing pieces. And when she realized she wanted to create her brand, she needed to give that beautiful connection or remembrance to her grandmom. So she named her brand Christy Brown, which remembers her of her grandmom. So that's the story behind that. You can also have an uncle who has been of help to you, who have inspired you throughout your journey, and you want to remember them. The remembrance doesn't mean they are no more living. They can be alive or they may pass on. But the fact that the name is there is to just make you remember them anytime the brand name is mentioned. We also have a brand name, Alex Black. The creative director is Whitney. The brand name, Alex Black, her dad is called Alex and she loves the color black. And her dad has been so great in her life, helping her throughout her journey. So she decided to name the brand after the dad so that anytime someone mentions Alex Black, she knows that is her dad. That is Alex Black. So yes, you can create your name based on a connection you have with people. And usually when you're putting the names together, make sure it sounds unique. Let's look at method 2. Method 2 is inspirational plus a name. So you can have a brand name based on an inspiration or an inspiration plus a part of your name in there. Let's say you love the stars. The star is a very simple word. When we mention star, we all know star. You probably don't want people to just know that, oh, the meaning of your brand name is a star. You may want to find the meaning of a star in different language, maybe in Latin, in Greek. Even in your local language, what's the meaning of a star in a particular language in your country? It may sound unique. So people get to know the word. What's the meaning of this word? Then you go, it means a star. I love the star because it brightens my life. That is the meaning. So you can look for any word, something that connects with you. Maybe there is even a river in your village, a river that you love to see anytime you visit your village. It may have a name that connects with you and you love to bring it into the brand. Yes, you can find the meaning of that in other languages so that you don't really give it out easily. Let's look at some brands. There is a popular and a top brand in Ghana called Pistis. The meaning of Pistis means faith in Greek. So if you hear faith, we all know what faith means. Obviously, when you hear somebody called faith, you know, oh, believe, you know, strength to live. But they decided to find the meaning of that in other language. So the meaning of faith in Greek means pistis. So when you hear pistis, you may feel it's the name of a perfume, it's the name of a flower. Their faith, their strength, and the hope they have in God is what holds the brand. So that's the meaning of what? Pistis. Also, we have Diola Sego, one of my favorite brands in Nigeria. Diola is a contemporary brand, we all know her, and Sego is a name of an indigenous fabric in Nigeria. If you look at Diola's work, you realize she uses Sego a lot in producing the things we see. So we have Diola being her name, and an inspiration, which is the textile she uses a lot in her production. So we have Diola Sego. So you can have an inspirational name or the inspiration plus a bit of your name as your brand name. Let's look at method number 3. Method 3. With method 3, you can use your own name if your name sounds unique. There are names that are very unique. It's not all over the place. Usually when your name is all over the place and want to use it for brands, sometimes there are conflicts here and there. Let's look at some brands that are quite unique in terms of their names. We have Christian Dior, which is a global brand. When you hear the name Christian Dior, the creative director or founder, that is his name. The name sounds unique, it's ageless, so he decided to use his name. Let's say if I want to start a clothing brand, I'll definitely use my name, Clement Asemnyra. Wherever you go in this world, when you hear even Asemnyra, you know it connects with me because I feel the name sounds unique. We also have a brand name, Sadia Sanusi. Sadia Sanusi, a contemporary brand in Ghana. The name sounds very indigenous. That is her name. I've had people who keep telling me my name is difficult to pronounce, so I don't want to use it for a brand name. Please don't deceive yourself. If we are here learning how to pronounce Yves Saint Laurent, Givenchy, and all that, Why won't people learn to pronounce your name when, the craft behind this is great? I always tell people, put more time into your craft, build the craft. Your craft will push people to wanting to know more about the brand, and then naturally they will end up pronouncing your name right. So if your name feels unique and you feel you want to use it, you can go ahead and use it. Sometimes you can take some part of the name off and then make it sound a bit simple if you want to go by that method too. That is beautiful. I have seen a lot of names online and I go like, what is happening? And people ask me, is it okay to add this? Listen, do not add the following to your brand names: Bella, clothing, wardrobe, style, apparel, scissors, seams, stitches. You are not a haberdashery shop. You don't sell haberdashery items, or you're not into crafts. You are building a brand. If you add the word clothing to your brand name, clothing is very broad. Clothing simply means everything worn on the body, including makeup, accessories, footwears, and all that. If you run a boutique and you use the word clothing, it makes sense, because when we get into a boutique, we can get everything we need for dressing. Wardrobe as well. Using the word couture, I've seen that with a lot of brands, and trust me, I feel because when you come to Africa, we don't really, when it comes to legislation in fashion, it's not something that is really very high or is pinned down. So a lot of us do things and we can just get away with it. You can't go to France and use the word couture as part of your name. You need to be licensed. You need to be given the authority to operate even as a couture brand. If your PC screams couture, let us see it on your page. Let us see it on your website. You don't need to add that word to your brand name for us to know you are into couture. So please, let's be advised. Don't let anyone deceive you. Don't add those names to your brand name. Keep it simple, keep it incredible, and keep it memorable. So we go for a quick GASM break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to SEWGASM. Dear designer, you deserve some sewing excitement in your sewing processes. Shop at SEWGASM for authentic, trusted sewing accessories, studio aids, and couture fabrications. We don't only sell to you, we provide valuable consultation services to enable you choose the right product for the right project. Visit our pages on Instagram at SEWGASM Ghana and SEWGASM Nigeria to see all our available stock items. Send us a WhatsApp or email us on sewgasmghana@gmail.com. We are currently located in Accra, Ghana and Lagos, Nigeria. Look no further than SEWGASM. We look forward to serving you, and don't forget to have a fabulous sewing GASM.
My journey through studio practice has opened my eyes to a lot of magic. Creating fabulous dresses that meet high international standards is a craft. You either have it or you don't. You're unable to create that dream dress simply because you lack the technical skills. Dear designer, remember it is critical to keep adding to your fashion repertoire. Enroll in Dreams Haute Couture École today, the most in-depth advanced course ever seen in any fashion school on the continent of Africa. In this course, I'll be teaching a lot of secrets hidden in couture design from start to finish. You will be empowered to operate a successful and a highly paid couture brand. I'm Dr. Clement Asemnyra, your instructor in this faculty, and see you in class.
Visit us at www.dcca.edu.gh or info@admissions@dcca.gh.
Welcome back from that short GASM break. Now let's look at this. After you've created your name, what's the next step? We have to try and do some research also before you get your name registered. You have to check for the visibility of the name. You have to check for the meaning of the name in other languages, most importantly. You may have done a during putting the name together. You have to go on Google and search the name to find out what Google is talking about or what articles are saying about the name. You may Google your name and realize it's a mortuary in a different country. Or you search for it and it's a restaurant in, let's say, Bangladesh, or it's a furniture shop here. If you research on your name and you realize people are in different industry with the said name, it's not really a big deal. But if you realize there are other businesses or companies who are operating in the said industry of yours, then you have to rethink of the name. So if you're into fashion and you realize somebody is using the same name in, let's say, Thailand, the person is also in fashion, it means you can't use the name. Because if you want to go global, it means there'll be a conflict of the brand name. So you have to research and make sure the name is very visible, it's free enough for you to use. You can also go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, type the name and find out what is happening. You may see somebody using that as their personal name, or maybe something that is not really a serious business. It still means you can use the name. But if you realize somebody is using it in your same industry, then you have to rethink about it. When you check and the name is very visible, now you can go ahead and register the name. When it comes to registration process, I know my audience is very broad. I don't know where you're watching me from, but every country have their rules or laws when it comes to registering a business name. I know that of Ghana, Nigeria, Spain, and South Africa. If you have your name and you want to register it, we have a board or a place where you have to go. We have representatives or even agents who can help you do that. First, they search for the visibility of the name, even in your country, to be sure no one is using the name in your country. If you go to Nigeria, you are mandated to produce 2 to 3 names, yes, for the search. In Ghana, you may just use one. If they feel it's not visible, then they will ask you to bring another option. In South Africa, you may have to provide 2 or 3. In Spain, you are asked to provide 2. So once they check and they realize the name is visible, you are being allowed to register it. Sometimes your name may be a global or universal word, you would have restriction. For example, you can't register dreams. The word dreams is a universal word. You should have something attached to it. So we have Dreams College of Creative Arts. The College of Creative Arts represents the whole brand name as a business in education or school. Imagine you wanted to register just Dreams, they won't allow it because it's universal. We have Dreams Cosmetics, which is also a brand. We have Dreams Overview, which is also a technology firm. So you see, we have Dreams, but the various wordings attached to it changes the business operation or what it represents. So if you have challenge registering just a word, you may have to add something to it in order to be able to register it. We have some brand names that are very popular or you know of them. If you see their actual registration certificate, you realize there are other words attached to it, but they decide to just project the actual word they want to use as a brand name. So yes, you can add other words just to get your name registered, and you can use the actual statement or the wordings you want. With time, you can trademark your name and then own it. That's the beauty of it. I believe today's class has been power-packed and insightful. If you feel there is a need of changing your name or amending it, it's never too late. Please make sure you do that. If you need help or assistance, please do send me an email. I'll be willing to assist you through the process. If you are watching me and you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to this channel. Share the link of this channel to your fashion community, friends, family. Let's increase our numbers. This is the place we all have to be. A very big thank you to Dreams College of Creative Art and SEWGASM, my proud sponsors, for making this possible. In our next video, we are going to dive into how to create a visual brand identity for your brand. Stay blessed and I'll see you in the next video.